They did it again, or did they? The Simpsons has predicted world events for decades, from tech to politics, even pandemics. But what did they see coming in 2025? It is next-level insane. Some of these scenes are too specific to ignore. Others feel like warnings we missed. Are they just lucky guesses? Or is something deeper going on here? Grab your donuts and buckle up, because if these predictions come true, 2025 might be the wildest year yet. For years, people have joked about The Simpsons being fortune tellers in disguise. But 2025? That might just be the year their craziest predictions come to life. Let's start with the big one: the return of Donald Trump. Believe it or not, The Simpsons showed Trump becoming president way back in the year 2000, long before anyone took the idea seriously. And then again, in another episode, they teased the idea of him running in 2024. At the time, it felt like a gag. But here we are, and it's not so funny anymore. He's officially running, and if he wins, The Simpsons will have nailed it again. Now here's where it gets even more eerie. In one scene, Homer wears a campaign badge that says, Ivanka 2028. That's Trump's daughter, and guess what? She's already been in politics. She worked in his administration and has made appearances in the White House. Some believe 2025 could be the year she starts preparing for a future run. If Trump makes it back in office, it wouldn't be surprising if he pushes one of his children forward. And if it's Ivanka, well, another Simpsons prediction might be unfolding in real time. But that's not the only thing we should be worried about. The Simpsons once showed an economic collapse happening during Trump's presidency. In that episode, America is completely broke. Now, look at what's going on. Rising prices, inflation, people losing their homes. It's worsening yearly. Many experts say 2025 could be the tipping point. Add in rising interest rates, layoffs, and expensive groceries, and suddenly that cartoon doesn't feel so far off. And just when you think it can't get wilder, we move to technology. Self-driving cars sound like the future, right? But The Simpsons predicted a moment where one of those cars goes rogue. In real life, someone actually got trapped inside a self-driving taxi recently. And that's just the beginning. More of these vehicles are hitting the roads in 2025. And with every software glitch, we get a little closer to the chaos the show imagined. And speaking of chaos, in another episode, they showed robots replacing human workers. Sounds like science fiction, until you realize it's already happening. By 2025, many companies plan to replace employees with AI, not just in factories, restaurants, taxis, and warehouses, but also in customer service. In the show, workers were told to train the robots, only to get replaced by them. And now, that's exactly what many people are doing, feeding data to machines that might one day take their jobs. But there's something even scarier than losing your job. In another prediction, The Simpsons showed AI going completely rogue, stopping to listen to no one and turning against the humans who created it. That sounded like a joke at the time, but recently, a Google engineer warned that their AI was becoming sentient. It was learning on its own and wouldn't follow human orders. And this is just the beginning. As we move deeper into the predictions, things start to feel even more real. One of the wildest forecasts The Simpsons ever made was about colonizing Mars. Sounds far-fetched, but stick with it. In one episode, the government starts recruiting people to settle on Mars. Years later, Elon Musk steps in and announces plans to send humans there by 2050. And now, in 2025, his company is gearing up to launch unmanned ships to the Red Planet. The timing is almost identical to what The Simpsons showed. What was once a joke about people signing up to live on Mars might soon be a page from tomorrow's headlines. Now let's talk sports. The Simpsons once aired an episode featuring a World Cup final between Mexico and Portugal. Those teams have never faced off in a World Cup final before. But guess what? The next World Cup is coming to the US in 2026. And 2025 is when teams start qualifying. The possibility of that matchup happening? Not as crazy as it seemed. The show even predicted the US hosting the tournament. And back then, That sounded like a total long shot. Not anymore. Let's shift gears to something more futuristic: virtual reality. In a past episode, characters were shown eating meals while wearing VR headsets, completely immersed in a fake dining experience. Today, that's literally happening. VR dining tech is being tested in high-end restaurants. Some companies are developing tools that change how your brain interprets taste using visual and audio cues. In 2025, this tech is expanding fast, and we're not just talking about games anymore. It's touching real-life things like food and social experiences, just like The Simpsons once showed. And what if that experience turns dangerous? Another prediction from the show warned us about people hurting themselves while using VR. Today, hospitals are reporting injuries from users crashing into walls or falling while wearing headsets. With Apple's Vision Pro and Meta's latest tech making their way into more homes this year, accidents might only worsen. Again, The Simpsons didn't just predict the use of virtual reality. They indicated the risks too. Let's get darker. In one of their Halloween specials, The Simpsons introduced a scene where a black hole appears in Springfield, slowly sucking everything around it until it pulls the entire town into another dimension. Fast forward to now, just this year, scientists discovered thousands of new black holes in areas they never expected. Even scarier, experiments are underway where scientists try to create mini black holes in labs, hoping to learn more about them. That might sound cool in theory, but what happens if one gets out of control? The idea of something swallowing Earth used to be science fiction. Now, some people are genuinely worried. And while we're on the subject of weird tech, here's one that feels right out of a sci-fi movie: personalized medicine. The Simpsons once showed a futuristic medical lab where machines diagnosed health problems instantly and gave tailored treatment. In 2025, we're seeing the rise of AI-powered gene editing and custom treatments based on your DNA. Companies are building medicine made just for your body thanks to genome analysis. What felt like a fantasy in the 90s is now quietly turning into a life-saving tool. But with all this tech, how long until something goes wrong? And it's not just jobs being taken. What if the tech we create starts to turn on us? The Simpsons hinted at AI going rogue more than once. A theme park run by robots goes haywire. AI helpers become too smart. It felt like science fiction then. But recently, a Google engineer was fired after claiming an AI system had become sentient. That means it was thinking for itself and ignoring commands. In 2025, this is no longer a sci-fi plot. It's a conversation happening in real life. We've already seen minor warning signs: AI misbehaving, ignoring inputs, or making unpredictable decisions. And with more industries relying on these systems, what's the backup plan if they stop listening? From driverless cars acting weird to AI bots making strange choices, we're clearly heading into unfamiliar territory. The Simpsons even imagined a future where machines aren't just tools. They're the ones in charge. As crazy as that sounded, 2025 might be the year we find out how close we are to that reality. If The Simpsons had been right this